Pioneers of Pagonia. Is it worth a buy? Let's read the words of the developer. Rebuild hope in a world that was lost in a fog. In our fog, who cares? It's frickin' foggy. Lead your pioneers across the Isles of Pagonia. Unite scattered tribes, raise thriving communities, and discover the history of your people as you reclaim your world in the New Story campaign. First up, guys, let's have a quick look at the old graphics. There's a few things to twiddle with to get the best out of your rig. I had a few frame drops. As your settlements gets bigger, it started to frame drop a little bit. Nothing too much at all. Certainly nothing I couldn't handle. I mean, it would like pause for a millisecond and that was it. Other than that, it ran great. Now, I reviewed this game 2 years ago when it was first brought into early access, and it was pretty decent back then. I love me Settlers style games, and this is, as I said at the time, closer to Settlers than the Settlers. If you like, the last Settlers I was talking about. And yes, I'm going to say the word Settlers a lot, so sorry. It's now released. I've been playing the review build for the last 2 days. It's just, I love it. It's a really good game, this. It's a kind of, how do I describe this? It's not a casual game by any means. It's quite brutal at times, quite unforgiving at times, but relaxing and fun most of the time, if that makes any sense. It has a ton of buildings. It has loads of great animations as the buildings are being built. Your settlers are just good. They do everything you want them to do. There's a lot of these type of games come with a plethora of bugs. Thankfully, this one doesn't. They kind of did everything I wanted them to do. If your economy grinds to a halt, it's you. I never had a bug cause that to happen to me. I found that it was me not having enough of one kind of material and everything kind of collapses. There's a shit ton of materials to get, loads of stuff to mine, silver, bronze, iron. You can make steel as well. There's coal, there's stone, there's little rocks, there's little bits of ore lying around there. Then you've got flax and lots of other things that you can gather to make rope and cloth out of. It just goes on and on. There's farming, you get the idea. If you've played Settlers, you'll be right at home in this game. It plays just like the Settlers, really. So I'm not going to bore you with going into how all of that works, because I've already done that in the first review of Pioneers of Pagonia. What I'll talk about is what's changed, and a hell of a lot's changed since the early access version that I played. I haven't played it over the development of it, so a lot of these things were probably in the later version of early access. I'm just going to talk about the stuff that wasn't in the beginning of early access and is now in the version 1. My biggest gripe about this game was the armies. I loved Settlers 3 and 4. They had huge armies, bowmen, they had spear guys and sword guys. This doesn't really have that. It does have troops. It has more types of troops than the Settlers 3 and 4. But you don't get these really huge armies. I mean, I'm talking hundreds of little units on. But you do get some pretty decent armies in this. Way better than pretty much every other city builder, apart from Manor Lords. But what's really disappointing about it is you don't attack other settlements. For example, you can have AI settlers on the same map. I call them settlers. I'm going to call them settlers because, so yeah, you can have AI settlers who will build their own kingdom, build all the buildings and expand. You can't attack them because they're the same race as you. You're all little pioneers. So they only attack other people because they're a bunch of racists. They're not. So what you do with the other AIs on the map that are settlers, you trade with them. You just get on their side, get into their good books, and you trade shit with them. That's all I found that I was able to do with them. In fact, when I was playing in Sandbox, I just switched them off because they were about as much use as a chocolate fireguard. Just pointless. Get off. Now, in the campaign, they're in, and I played through the first few campaign maps. Really fun, really good. It's a great tutorial, the first 3 campaigns. But to me, as was in the Settlers, I wasn't a bit interested in the campaigns. But there's a 30-hour campaign here if you are. For me, it's all about Sandbox. Customizing the maps the way you want it and putting the enemies on there that you want. And so for me, to get this close to the old Settlers games, I turned off the pointless settlements of the AI and just put bandits on and turned them up a bit. And I was quite shocked at how big some of these little bandit armies are. You can get, considering this game doesn't do big armies. Now what this does instead of having the big armies is it introduces sort of a fantasy kind of thing, werewolves, spectres, all that kind of stuff. And I don't really like them. They're fun, they're brilliantly animated as well. I mean, when you're getting attacked off spectres, they just kind of glide in out of the fog, all transparency, and all your little settlers run away and your guards can't do shit. You can only fight these with specialist units, and this is what's new to the game for me. You got warlocks, you got wizards, you've got these sort of roguey blade dancing guys, and each one of them is good for a specific threat. Your warlocks is good for your spectres. I'm forgetting the name of them all, but there's another one that's good for werewolves. But I never really got into it. It just felt like a lot of busy work, getting all the right materials. In fact, when I first got attacked by werewolves in my sandbox game, I didn't actually have any silver. I hadn't found any silver. The RNG had not given me any silver to mine, which was within the areas, the borders that had started to expand. And I couldn't expand any further because there was quite large bandit camps there. So I was kind of building up an army to take out the bandit camps when all these werewolves attacked. And the werewolves, what they do is they'll bite your settlers, and the settlers will then turn into werewolves. They go away with the werewolves, turn into werewolves, and then you have more werewolves coming to attack next time. So it's pretty damaging unless you've got silver. Bandits do a similar thing. They come charging in not huge numbers, but if you don't have an army, even a small army, you're going to be screwed because, well, not screwed. They don't take down your buildings like they did in Settlers. It's nowhere near that brutal, but they will steal a lot of shit and kill a few people. Now, you can turn everything off. If you just want a peaceful city builder with trades going on, you can have that. But I think it's best keeping the bandits on and turning them up a bit, making them harder to kill and more of them. And some of the other stuff's all right as well. I just didn't like werewolves and I didn't like spectres. The other stuff wasn't too bad. Playing the game is so much fun though. Just discovering, I mean, I'm still learning it. There's still a couple of buildings that I still haven't played. I've been playing the game for 12 hours and I still haven't unlocked every single building. That's because I keep starting again because I think, oh, I should have done it this way, I should have done it that way. And it's just highly addictive, this game. It's really a fun game to play. I really enjoy it. It's relaxing, like I said, but stressful when the shit hits the fan. There's adventure guilds as well. There's ruins, and you can send adventurers out to find treasure. You can make a mint and print your own coins and all that, which gives you soldiers a bit more power. And there's lots of different soldier types, as I mentioned before. You've just got to have the right materials to make them. I think it's one of the largest city builders I've ever played in terms of buildings. It might even have more buildings than any other city builder I've played. I haven't counted them, but it has a shit ton of buildings. And when you see all the settlers running around the map, carrying stuff, it's the attention to detail is just outstanding. It's absolutely amazing, the attention to detail. And it's just a joy to play, really is. And it's such a sad, sad state of the gaming industry that hardly anybody cares about this game. And hardly anyone will watch this review. The big gaming reviewers haven't even touched it. I can't find a review of this on IGN or PC Gamer or anywhere like that. No one gives a because it's not a live service pew-pew game in third person. Well, at least I give a shit. It's a great game, and I'm going to give it 8.5 out of 10. That was an accidental bell as I went for my mouse. My little finger hit the bell. So that wasn't a bell. Shut up. That was a deliberate. Shut up.